Well, just read an interesting article in the Clarion Project. I'll attach the link. You're not going to have to look for it. Now this is going back to September the 9th, 2015. Khamenei, no deal if sanctions are only suspended, not lifted. In addition, while the U.S. has said that non-nuclear sanctions will remain in place, the Iranians demand all sanctions to be cancelled. Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei stated that unless all the sanctions are lifted and not merely suspended, there will be no agreement. Speaking to a group of Iranian dignitaries, including President Hassan Rouhani, Khamenei said that the only reason Iran entered into the negotiations and agreed to any concessions, what kind of concessions? Anyway, was for the lifting of the sanctions, which are extracting a crushing toll on Iran's economy. Quote, a freeze or suspension of sanctions is unacceptable to us. If they merely suspend the sanctions, we will also merely suspend our obligations. If this is the case, why should we take the initiative and implement them? Asked Khamenei. The Iranian leader clarified that he was referring only to sanctions that are controlled by the U.S. administration and the European governments. Regarding any other sanctions, Khamenei said that Iran would resolve those issues through legal action. Khamenei also said in a televised speech that the Mullahs, the Iranian parliament, should be involved in a final decision about the agreement. Quote, as for its decision, I don't make any recommendations. Whatever they decide, whether they accept or reject the agreement, I do not make any recommendations, he said. Quote, the final decision is in the hands of the members of the Majlis, the representatives of the people. There's more that you want to take a look at. It's somewhat interesting, most revealing. You'll actually hear the Ayatollah spew his garbage in his own words. You know, it's interesting that they seem to think that they've given concessions to the United States. Do you have any idea what those concessions that they've given to the United States might be? They're allowed to inspect their own nuclear activities, or lack thereof. What else did I hear? Oh, I know. You know what you need to build an atomic bomb or a nuclear weapon? You need uranium. Now, one of the ways that we were told that we could control their activities with respect to their nuclear developments was because they were required to import uranium. Well, guess what they found? Guess what they found? And they found this after this deal was cut. They found that unlimited quantities of uranium right in their own country. You think they didn't know about it before? The whole thing's ridiculous. Again, the American people were sold a bill of goods. Yeah, we can control their nuclear development because we can control their import of uranium. Now, that's no longer the case, is it? What a complete bunch of jackasses negotiating. Barack Hussein Obama and that ketchup king, the monster lookalike, John Kerry. Well, we'll see how this thing unfolds. We're getting down to the 11th hour. What do you think's going to happen? You sure have a damn good idea as to what I think's going to happen, don't you?